Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, we are going to discuss about everything regarding the Super Sugo Fest for the 10th anniversary. I will be giving you advice and ammunition to decide what is the best part for you throughout this video. So without further ado, let's begin with some basic information everyone needs to know. First and foremost, this is an anniversary Super Sugo Fest, meaning it will contain Super Sugo Fest and anniversary exclusive legends. It will also contain normal legends, but it won't contain Treasure Map, Kizuna or Pirate Rumble legends. 15% chance for a Sugo Rare, very standard for big events. I expected them to increase it a little bit for this 10th anniversary. They didn't, but it's fine though, they have actually put effort in the Sugo Fest in my opinion. We are going to get 2 times the medals we normally would, which is huge by the way. The rest of the info here is pretty generic. I will show you the new characters and summarize it very nicely for everyone. 4 new legends, 3 Super Sugo Fest exclusive ones in Luffy, Shanks and Ace, and 1 anniversary exclusive one in Roger. 3 new rare recruits, Zoro, Sanji and Nami. The Super Sugo Fest will be divided in 5 parts. Here you can see the release dates for all of them. From the time part 1 comes out, every other part will be out in approximately a day. And truly, kudos to Bandai for doing this and not following the extremely stupid structure from last year's anniversary. I am so happy that all of the new legends are coming out the day of the anniversary and we don't have to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get a new pair of legends. And to quickly also explain why do we have 5 parts, let's go back to the characters. We have 4 new legends, but 5 parts. In part 1, all of these new legends, all of the normal legends, all of the Super Sugo Fest and anniversary exclusive legends are available to pull. Specific ones will also be rate boosted. We are going to see that later when we talk about part 1 more. But in parts 2 to 5, only 1 specific new legend will be pullable. And then we are going to have a specific pool of Super Sugo Fest, anniversary exclusive and normal legends for a pool of 30 available legends that you can only pull for. So for example in part 2, it is Luffy's part and there Shanks is not pullable. Also any other legend that is not listed in the legend pools is not pullable. The same goes for part 3, which is for Shanks, Luffy is not pullable, and so on and so forth. Let's now get to the steps because part 1 also has different steps from the rest of the parts. First of all, as expected, we have a lot of rate boosted character steps, not really a super impactful step. We have a lot of guaranteed legends as well, especially in the first 10 multis, which is definitely a positive because a lot of people are not going to get to 30 or 20 pulls. Then we have the last wanted poster being a rate boosted legend specifically, so for 6 and 8, the most valuable ones, because going to 15 or 25 might not be feasible for some players. I would say that the rate boosted legend step is important and out of these steps so far gives you the best chance to get one of the new legends. Then we see the big one, the 10th step is full of legends, every single poster. Not the annoying step of 50% chance to get a legend in every poster, no, all of them legends. Great value step, and the steps getting to step 10 are also decent, like 6 and 8 for example, and you do get guaranteed legends for 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, it can be anyone, but the more guaranteed legends and the more legends you pull in general, the more chances to get something you want. To proceed a little bit after the 10th step, we have the 18th where we get a guaranteed Super Sugo Fest only character, and here it can be any Super Sugo Fest unit, not specifically a new one. And remember, all of them are available in part 1. For step 20, all wanted posters have a 50% chance for a Sugo Rare, so they don't redo step number 10 here. Kind of a bummer. To be honest, step 20, even though it is that far into the Sugo Fest, is not that great. This is the normal step 10 we get in these types of Sugos, not for this 10th anniversary though. I have to say, I am happy with the first 10 steps. I am not satisfied with everything after 10, because you don't really get great value for going past 10, and you definitely depend more on getting legends outside of the guarantees. Step 15 and 25, great value steps, obviously, just like 6 and 8 with a guaranteed rate boosted legend. But then 20 is not that amazing. 18 depends on what kind of player you are. If you have a lot of past Super Sugo Fest units, it might not be that great for you. If you miss a lot of Super Sugo Fest units, it's definitely good. And then step 30 in theory is great, because normally they don't guarantee a new Super Sugo Fest legend and they just guarantee a Super Sugo Fest legend, so step 18 is step 30. The reason I am saying in theory though is because let's say you do 10 pulls. If you get even one of the new Super Sugo Fest legends, do you want to risk going to 30 instead of changing a part for the legends you didn't pull? Because 30 guarantees one of the new Super Sugo Fest legends, including the one you pulled before that if you did. So you risk getting a dupe by doing all these multis, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. If you are someone that is hunting for duplicates to upgrade the Rush Sugo limit break abilities of the new legends, for example, but very few viewers of this video, if any, are that type of player or are a whale. If you're a whale, step 30 is most likely a no-brainer. So, moving on to the rest of the parts, part 2 is for Luffy, and at step 30 guarantees Luffy. Part 3 is for Shanks, at step 30 guarantees Shanks, and the same goes for part 4 with Ace and part 5 with Roger. For these parts, step 10 is not full of legends this time, because the pool of available legends is considerably smaller, so they can guarantee you a full multi of legends. I know a lot of people might be upset, but it makes absolute sense. We have a lot of rate boosted or Sugo rare character steps. These are trash steps, by the way. 2, 3, 13 and 18 guaranteed legend. As you can see, way fewer guaranteed legends in the rest of the parts compared to part 1. Limited pool steps we have 3, and super limited pool steps we have 2, 10 and 20. And these are the value steps in parts 2 to 5. The reason for that is because the pool of legends available in those steps is smaller than getting a random legend. So the limited pool has 15 legends available and the super limited pool has 8. And a lot of Super Sugo Fest characters available in each part are also available in these. So depending on what you miss, your chance at getting something new, even the new legend, gets higher. Before we get into the specific parts though, let me just give you some very important advice. First of all, there's no bad 10th anniversary legend. All of the 4 new ones are great. No matter who you get, you should be happy. Obviously, if you get the one you like the most as a character, for example, you love Luffy and you get Luffy, you are more happy. But I'm talking about viability and abilities and stuff like that. They're all amazing legends. There is no wrong choice if you want someone specific, but I also want to be fully transparent. If someone gives you the advice of going for one of the 10th anniversary legends specifically because they are quote-unquote the best 10th anniversary legend, they are lying. There is no such thing. They are all amazing and will be amazing in different situations. It's not like anyone overlaps the other. They work very well together, so getting multiple of them is even better, as I talked about in my Synergy video. Another thing that I need to mention, especially for newer players to One Piece Treasure Cruise that will definitely be overwhelmed by the amount of characters or new characters they can get from this Sugo Fest. You want to prioritize Super Sugo Fest legends, and then you want to prioritize anniversary legends after that, and finally perhaps think about normal legends, because normal legends here are just a bonus if you get someone new. You want to get new Super Sugo Fest and anniversary exclusive units, and Super Sugo Fests specifically are the ones you should be hunting because they are the best legends in the entire game and we don't see them in a lot of Sugo Fests per year. In case you strictly want to pull for the strongest Super Sugo Fest units, I also have a Super Sugo Fest tier list on my channel, which I will link at the end of this video. It can definitely help you out. Let's take a situation as an example here to explain to you what I mean. Let's say you really like Luffy and Shanks from the new Legends, but you can't decide between the two of them because you like them equally as characters and abilities, and you want to pick between parts 2 and 3, where these two are available. If from part 2, Luffy's part, you are missing 7 total legends, out of which 4, including Luffy, are Super Sugo Fest exclusive units, but then from part 3 you miss 10 legends, but only 2 of them are Super Sugo Fest exclusive, and then majority of them are normal legends, going for Luffy's part is a better idea because you are missing more Super Sugo Fest legends from that part. That's what I mean prioritize Super Sugo Fest legends. Before we get into more pooling advice though, let's take a look at the parts and talk about some notable legends in each one. So for part 1, all of the new legends are available. You don't have any guarantees you are going to get the specific one you really want, but we have all of them in one place. And of course all of the rare recruits, Nami, Zoro and Sanji, are rate boosted and available in every single one of the parts. For the rate boosted legends available, Luffy, the strength one, is the only anniversary exclusive one other than Roger, and he's one of the best ones, so it's amazing that he's here. For example, I do not have him and I'm very happy he's included. For the rate boosted normal legends, here is the pool. Some notable ones from here: Super Tandem Queen, Momonosuke, the Princesses, Whitebeard vs Blackbeard, even Usopp Yasop. More of them can definitely find use though, being in your box, don't worry about that. And the thing is, these are just the rate boosted ones because every other Super Sugo anniversary exclusive and normal legend is also available here. And to explain what rate boosted means, essentially this anniversary exclusive Luffy has a higher pulling chance than another anniversary exclusive like Sugo, for example. Moving on to part 2, Luffy's part. And actually all of the Super Sugo Fest legends available here are good. I guess the weakest one is the Q Luffy. The strongest ones are probably Ifrit, Sanji, Uta and Ace Yamato, but V2 Yamato, King of Hell, Zoro and Law are also great. Overall, an amazing pool of Super Sugo Fest legends in part number 2. It always depends on what you're missing, obviously. For anniversary exclusive legends, the Cross Guild out of these 3 probably the best option, and then normal legends shouldn't really be a priority as I mentioned before. Robin, Jinbe though I will mention because they are an amazing unit, I love them. Going to part number 3 now, this is the Shanks exclusive part, and here we have some of the best Super Sugo Fest legends alongside Shanks: Zoro Sanji, Gear 5 Luffy and Super Sugo Fest Nami. All of these 3 are awesome. The rest of them are definitely tiers below the ones I just mentioned, but can still find uses, obviously. Then we have one of the best anniversary legends in Blackbeard with one of the worst ones in my opinion, Ace. For part 4, Ace's part, we have Roger, Oden, Law and Kid and Luffy Yamato. All of them are strong, but I think even the older ones here, like for example V1 Yamato and Film Red Luffy, can still be extremely important. The same goes for this Super Tandem Luffy, who is going to get a super evolution with skulls available from events we are going to see. I mean, Oden, still good, gets level limit break alongside Yamato, so he becomes better, but he's one of the oldest Super Sugo units. I think the pool for Super Sugo Fest units here for part 4 is worse than the other 2 we saw in parts 2 and 3. For the anniversary exclusive legends, all of them are actually great to have, with Sabo and Shanks probably be the strongest ones because they can be better captains. And finally, for part number 5, Roger's part, we have Magma Kaido, the 2 very unique Super Sugo Fest legends in All-In and Robin for the conditional attack boosting, and all of these 3 are great units to have in your box. And then we have Kaido vs Yamato, Roger Newgate and the Straw Hat crew. I feel like the last 2 are kind of outdated, but everyone can still be useful from this pool as well. And for the anniversary exclusive units, a good pool, with Roger, of course, the newest legend, being the best one here. What is the best part for you though? Is there one clear-cut winner? That always depends on the units you have, right? But if I was to generalize things, I would say doing 10 multis in part 1 has great value, and I will be going for those 10 multis 100%. After that, depending on what we get from part 1, we can choose one of the other parts depending on the units we are missing, always prioritizing Super Sugo Fest legends. Splitting your pools between different parts can be a good approach. Depending on what you get from each part, you should then decide your next move, but doing 10 multis in part 1 is even a good idea for newer players, of course, because you can get a lot of new units. But then from the rest of the parts 2 to 5, assuming you have no Super Sugo Fest legends, parts 2 and 3 have the best Super Sugo Fest pool, and then I think it is part 4 and then part 5. But if you really care about doing damage for the Kizuna Super Boss, part 5 is better than part 4 because of Robin and Olin, but if you don't, part 4 is better. If you want a specific one out of the new legends, pull in their part. That will give you the best chance to get said legend, and it is the only part that guarantees that legend. So for example, if you really want Shanks, pull in part 3. If you really want Ace specifically, pull in part 4. If you want any of the new legends, you don't care who it is, pull in part 1. Of course, if during your pulls you get your desired legend, stop pulling in that part, except if you want something more as far as Super Sugo Fest units go. But if you don't, you can change parts, target one of the other new legends, and of course also target other desirable legends you possibly have. And that is everything I had to say in this video. Hopefully it helped you out to make your decision, but if you are still not sure, you can leave a comment down below with your specific situation and maybe I can help you out. I want to wish everyone the best of luck during the 10th anniversary pools, and as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.